A 102-year-old doctor reveals you should stop eating these foods immediately if you're over 60. Have you ever asked yourself why some people seem perfectly healthy one day and the next they're being rushed to the hospital for a stroke? Why a person just in their 70s, whose grandchildren are still young, might quietly pass away after a meal that seemed completely normal. I once witnessed this with my own eyes, a neighbor, a kind and healthy man, who passed away suddenly one afternoon. There was no accident, no chronic illness. It was simply because of a food he had been eating regularly for years. My friends, at our age, every bite we take is no longer just about taste. It's about the line between health and sickness, between living longer and passing away too soon. The scary part is that many people still don't realize this. Luckily, I had the chance to read a warning from a 102-year-old doctor, a man who had performed over 14,000 surgeries. He pointed out specific foods that seem harmless, but are silently destroying the bodies of older adults every single day. Right now, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most dangerous foods that anyone over 60 or 70 must stop eating. That is, if you don't want illness to arrive sooner than you think. Food number 1. Processed meats, the familiar culprit on the dinner plate. Processed meats like hot dogs, industrial deli meats, bacon, and packaged sausages are one of the most silent but cruel culprits, causing the health of older adults to decline day by day. The problem is, these foods are so familiar, so convenient, that people no longer question them. But behind the appealing look and the salty, savory taste lies a series of extremely dangerous substances. Nitrites, nitrates, industrial preservatives, and artificial colors and flavors. When these chemicals enter the body, especially the weakened stomach of an older person, they combine with proteins to form nitrosamines. This is a compound that the World Health Organization has listed as a Group 1 carcinogen. It doesn't just stop at the risk of colorectal cancer, which is one of the most insidious and silent cancers in the elderly. Processed meat is also the cause of high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, heart failure, and even sudden strokes. Blood pressure rises uncontrollably, and the cardiovascular system is worn down day by day without any clear signs, until it's often too late. Even worse, the excessively high sodium and preservatives in these foods can cause chronic insomnia and digestive disorders in older adults. It can lead to irritability, memory loss, and frequent forgetfulness. You might eat a sausage for breakfast, but the price you pay is a restless night, with cold sweats and a racing heart, without understanding why. Like a villain disguised as a friend, processed meat doesn't cause immediate pain. It silently destroys your body, day by day, hour by hour. If you're still thinking, I've been eating this for years, what's the big deal? Please stop. Ask yourself if it's worth trading your health, your sleep, and your precious memory just for a few minutes of convenience. From today, I hope you will reconsider. And if you feel this is a timely warning, please leave a comment below the video that says, I understand, and from now on, I will stay away from processed meats for my own peace of mind and for the smiles of my children and grandchildren. Food number 2, fried foods, the crispy trap that shortens the lifespan of seniors. Crispy, fragrant, and easy to eat. That's the feeling anyone gets when they bite into a piece of fried chicken, a French fry, or an onion ring. But behind that familiar, delicious taste lies a culinary trap that is eroding the health of older adults every day without any warning. Did you know that every time oil is heated above 350 degrees Fahrenheit, harmful trans fats are created? And when that oil is reused multiple times, as it is in most restaurants and even home kitchens, the level of toxins not only increases, but also transforms into compounds that cause inflammation, destroy artery walls, and cause cell mutations. This is no longer food, it's a slow drip poison. Have you ever felt slightly out of breath after just a few steps? Do you feel numbness or tingling in your hands and feet when you wake up? Have you noticed your vision getting blurrier for no clear reason? All of these symptoms might seem minor at first, but they are the long-term consequences of high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and damaged blood vessels from eating too many fried foods. Not only that, trans fats also cause hormonal imbalances, especially in older adults. Many seniors suffer from chronic insomnia, become easily irritable, forgetful, and their spirits decline without knowing why. They never suspect the culprit is sitting right on their dinner table, a plate of golden brown fried chicken or a few crispy onion rings. The scariest part is that it doesn't hurt you right away. It doesn't make you collapse instantly. Instead, it silently hollows out your organs, your sleep, and your every heartbeat. The solution here isn't to cut it out completely, but to change the way you cook. Steaming, boiling, or light baking can preserve flavor without poisoning the body. Limit eating fried foods from restaurants, choose safe vegetable oils, and never reuse frying oil. And if you realize you've been careless, thinking just one piece won't hurt, then today I invite you to leave a message. I understand, and I will change my eating habits from today. Because health won't wait, and you only get to live your golden years once, so live them to the fullest. Food number 3, refined sugar, the sweet imposter that steals your memory and your life. Sweet to the taste, but bitter for your life. That's how medical experts describe refined sugar. It seems harmless, but is one of the most dangerous hidden culprits for older adults. Many people still start their day with a coffee loaded with sugar and cream, a sweet cookie, or a pastry. It tastes good, it's easy to eat, but what you don't see is that every spoonful of refined sugar you consume causes a sudden spike in your insulin levels. This forces your pancreas to work overtime. And when this happens over and over, it paves the way for a familiar but dangerous disease, type 2 diabetes. Diabetes not only makes you feel tired, but it also damages the small blood vessels that nourish your eyes, brain, kidneys, and limbs. Do you ever feel a pins and needles sensation in the soles of your feet, or a sharp pain in your fingertips? Or do you have trouble seeing when evening comes? It's very possible that sugar is eroding your nerves and capillaries, day by day, hour by hour. But it doesn't stop there. Consuming a lot of refined sugar also increases the risk of memory decline, depression, and insomnia. An older person's brain is already less agile, and now it's being clouded by high sugar levels, making it harder than ever to remember names, find words, or remember your way around. The sweetness isn't real, so the consequences are hidden. Refined sugar is like a trickster that uses sweetness to fool your senses, then quietly steals your clarity, your sharpness, and the healthy years you have left. So, starting today, try to cut back on refined sugar. Replace it with natural sweetness from fruits and vegetables, or if you need to, use natural sweeteners like stevia or pure maple syrup. And if you used to think a little sugar can't hurt, now is the time to change your mind. Please leave a message. I know the truth, and I will cut back on sugar to live longer. You can't trade your health for a fake sweetness. Food number 4, carbonated soft drinks, the cool deceiver you pay for with your bones, memory, and organs. Whenever it's hot and you feel tired, just one cold, fizzy soda can make you feel instantly refreshed. It's sweet, easy to drink, and convenient. But that very ease is a one-way ticket that brings older adults closer to illness. Did you know that just one 12-ounce can of soda contains up to 10 teaspoons of refined sugar, far exceeding the safe daily recommendation? This amount of sugar not only speeds up the risk of diabetes, obesity, and high cholesterol, but also causes metabolic disorders, an extremely dangerous condition in older adults. But that's not all. Sodas also contain phosphoric acid, a substance that creates a refreshing feeling but also leaches calcium from your bones. For seniors who are already at risk of osteoporosis, drinking soda regularly is like grinding down your own spine, making your joints brittle and increasing the risk of a fracture from just a minor fall. And you may not know this, but the caffeine and other mild stimulants in these drinks also negatively affect your sleep and memory. Many older adults drink soda during the day to stay awake, but at night they toss and turn, unable to sleep, or wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep. Over time, this leads to chronic insomnia, cognitive decline, confusion, and forgetfulness. It feels cool when you drink it, but it's followed by a series of consequences. Your organs have to work overtime to filter out the toxins. Your kidneys work tirelessly to excrete the sugar and acid. Meanwhile, your bones get weaker and your memory shortens day by day. The coolness is fleeting, but the price you pay is long-term. Therefore, you should limit sodas as much as possible. Instead, choose warm water, herbal teas, or low-sugar fruit juices, which are both refreshing and nourishing for your body. And if today you've realized something you never paid attention to before, please leave a simple but determined sentence. From now on, I will give up soda to protect my health. Because our later years need peace, not a sweetness that is traded for sickness. Food number 5, fast food, the convenience you trade for a weak liver, toxic blood, and a troubled old age. Fast, convenient, and tasty. Those are the 3 reasons why many older adults still occasionally buy a bucket of fried chicken, a hamburger, or even a prepackaged microwavable meal to save some trouble. But few suspect that these quick meals are slowly but surely sending their bodies downhill every single day. Fast food, no matter the form, shares 3 dangerous characteristics. It's high in fat from reused oil, high in salt, and completely lacking in the fiber and vitamins that older adults need. Every crispy piece of fried chicken or golden French fry is another time your liver has to work harder to detoxify, your kidneys have to struggle, and your blood vessels get clogged by the silent buildup of bad fats. Do you ever feel bloated, have indigestion, or still feel tired when you wake up? Or does your body always feel like it's covered in a fog, making it hard to concentrate, easy to forget things, and quick to get irritated? These seemingly small signs are actually cries for help from your liver and brain as they fight against the excessive toxins brought in by fast food. Not to mention, processed industrial foods are often marinated with artificial flavorings, colorings, and preservatives. These ingredients not only strip the food of its natural essence, but also disrupt hormones, affect the heart, blood sugar, and even the body's ability to heal itself. Our golden years call for simple, home-cooked meals prepared with loving hands. Not a plastic container hastily heated in a microwave. A quick meal leads to long-lasting consequences. So, if today you realize you've been too casual with fast food, please stop for a moment and leave a message. I will return to home-cooked meals for my own health. Convenience should only be secondary. Living a long, healthy, and happy life is the true goal of our later years. Food number 6, canned and jarred foods, the small, pretty packages that hide dangers for the liver, kidneys, and digestive system of the elderly. A can of fish, a pouch of ready-made stew, or a few sterilized sausages. At first glance, they all look very clean, convenient, have a long shelf life, and are easy to use when you don't have time to cook. But the truth is, behind that shiny packaging is a series of chemicals that an older person's body is completely unable to handle. Canned foods are often processed at high temperatures and then loaded with preservatives, antioxidants, colorings, flavorings, thickeners, and taste enhancers. This is all done to make them last longer, look appealing, and smell good. But what you need to know is that every one of those chemicals is a burden on your liver and kidneys. These organs are already weakened with age. Just by regularly consuming canned foods, the liver has to work harder to process toxins, and the kidneys have to work double time to filter out strange, artificial ingredients. This can lead to chronic liver failure, kidney stones, or even systemic toxicity if they build up over time. In addition, this type of food is very low in nutrients. It lacks fiber and essential vitamins, but contains too much salt. The consequences are constipation, bloating, digestive disorders, chronic insomnia, and more seriously, an imbalance of gut bacteria. This directly affects your immune system and your mood. Many seniors feel overheated and can't sleep all night after eating canned fish. Others have an upset stomach, sluggish digestion, and a noticeable decline in memory, never suspecting the culprit is in the very jar they've trusted for years. A small jar, but the price you pay is not small at all. The convenience is temporary, but your health is something you can never get back if you lose it. If today you feel it's time to stop, please leave a message. I will stay away from canned foods to protect my liver and my kidneys. We are no longer young enough to live recklessly. We need to live carefully so that each remaining day is light and peaceful. Food number 7. Your favorite salty foods, pickles, and cured meats that silently destroy the blood vessels and memory of older adults. On the dinner table of many American families, a side of pickles, some salty olives, or a slice of cured ham have become a lifelong habit. As we get older, many of us tend to prefer stronger, saltier flavors because our taste buds are not as sensitive as they used to be. But it is this very saltiness that is a sharp knife, sweetly cutting away at the health of seniors in a silent and cruel way. Dishes like pickles, olives, canned soups, and cured meats like salami often contain extremely high levels of sodium. Just one meal with these items can provide double or even triple the safe daily limit of sodium. For young people, the body can still excrete salt through sweat and the kidneys. But in our 60s and 70s, the kidneys are weaker and the blood vessels have hardened. That excess salt is retained in the blood, increasing pressure on the artery walls, causing high blood pressure, which leads to stroke or heart failure. It doesn't stop there. Eating salty foods long-term also reduces memory and increases the risk of brain atrophy because the blood vessels to the brain become constricted and blood circulation worsens. Do you ever feel forgetful or dizzy when you stand up? Do you wake up with a heavy head or blurry vision? These seemingly harmless signs could very well be the result of that extra pinch of salt or that daily pickle. And not to mention, if pickles and other fermented foods aren't prepared correctly, they can produce nitrites, which are considered a precancerous substance extremely dangerous for seniors with weak digestive systems. We may have spent a lifetime eating salty foods, but that doesn't mean we have to stick with them until our last breath. From today, let's gradually reduce the amount of salt. Choose less salty preparations, eat cleaner, and use more fresh vegetables and their cooking water to soothe the palate. If you realize you've been too fond of these unhealthy foods, please leave a note to yourself. I will learn to eat less salt to live longer and stay sharp. Because living a long life isn't just about the years, it's about living with clarity, with a sharp mind, and making our families proud. My dear friends, we have just walked through 7 types of foods that seem familiar and harmless, but are silently chipping away at the health and longevity of older adults every single day. If you have been eating these foods, today is your chance to stop, to choose a new way of life that is more peaceful and wiser. If you found what I shared today to be helpful, please click the like button and share it with your family and friends. Because who knows, just one small click from you could help someone avoid a stroke, a hospital visit, or a sleep they never wake up from. But folks, have you ever wondered why many people are very careful with their diet, choosing every item meticulously, yet still end up in the hospital with a stroke, kidney failure, or dementia? It's not because they ate wrong anymore, but because they lived wrong. Wrong sleep schedule, wrong habits, wrong way of treating their own bodies. I once knew a 75-year-old man who was a strict vegetarian, never touching a drop of oil or fat. And yet, one autumn morning, he suddenly collapsed in his yard. The doctor's diagnosis was a stroke caused by long-term high blood pressure and chronic insomnia. The cause wasn't the food, but a lifestyle that was quiet yet deeply flawed. Old age is like a tall, shady tree. If the roots are strong, the branches will be green. Diet is the root, but if you still go to bed late, move too little, live with worry, and use medicine carelessly every day, no root can stand firm. That is why I want to share with you, for those over 60, living this way could put you at risk of stroke, brain atrophy, and kidney failure all at once. I will join you in looking directly at the 7 most dangerous lifestyle mistakes that older adults are very likely to make. And the scariest thing is, most of them have no idea they are doing it wrong. Please watch until the end of the video, because sometimes, just one small change can save the rest of your life. Mistake number 1. Sleeping late, the silent trap that kills seniors. Many of us still have the habit of staying up late, watching TV until 11 or 12 at night, scrolling on our phones to ease boredom, or simply can't sleep and don't know what else to do. But it is during this seemingly harmless time that our bodies are being worn down every day without us even knowing. Did you know that from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is when the liver begins its most intense detoxification process? But if we are still awake and our brain is still active, the liver is forced to pause its work. As a result, toxins are not eliminated and build up over time, causing liver inflammation, high liver enzymes, high cholesterol, and increased blood pressure. It doesn't stop there. Sleeping late also disrupts the hormone melatonin, which prevents the brain from resting according to its natural rhythm. The later an older person sleeps, the more likely they are to experience memory decline, forgetfulness, confusion, and even premature brain atrophy. Those dizzy spells when you stand up, those restless nights of insomnia, those moments of forgetfulness. That is not normal aging. It's the consequence of years of trading your health for a few extra hours of being awake. Sleeping late is like a dull knife. It's not sharp, it doesn't hurt right away, but it gradually cuts away at your lifespan. The older you get, the more you need to go to sleep early, before 10 p.m. This lets your liver rest, your brain recover, and in the morning, your body will feel light and clear, as if it has been reborn. If today you realize you have been harming yourself with this seemingly small habit, please leave a message. From now on, I will go to sleep early to live long and stay sharp. Because living a long life isn't necessarily the most precious thing. Living with clarity until the very end is true happiness. Mistake number 2, a sedentary lifestyle, the shortest path to stroke, muscle atrophy, and paralysis in old age. Many people think that old age is for resting, for sitting still in one place, for lying down to stay healthy. But it is this passive rest, day after day, that is the hidden culprit pushing older adults closer to stroke, muscle atrophy, and unannounced disability. When we move very little, blood circulation slows down, especially in our limbs and brain. At that point, small blood vessels begin to stagnate, forming blood clots. And it only takes one small clot to travel to the brain, and you could suddenly collapse without even being able to utter a word. Not only that, lying or sitting too much also causes muscles to shrink, joints to stiffen, and a loss of balance. Do you find that you walk more weakly, your legs tremble on the stairs, or you get out of breath after just a few steps? That's not because you are weak from old age, but because your body has been neglected for too long. Furthermore, a lack of movement causes the intestines to work less, leading to constipation and indigestion. The heart beats weaker, the lungs are less elastic, and you easily feel short of breath and tired. Most worrisome of all, the brain lacks oxygen, which makes you feel mentally fatigued, easily irritable, depressed, and causes a rapid decline in memory. The body is like a machine. If it's left unused for too long, it will rust and fall apart. Seniors don't need intense exercise, but they absolutely must move gently every day. Walk around the house, stretch in the morning, practice deep breathing, do some light massage, and get up properly from a seated position. If you used to think that resting was best, please make a promise today. I will move every day, even just a few steps, so my body doesn't forget how to live. Because as long as you can walk, you are still living. As long as you can move, you are still in control of your own life. Mistake number 3, skipping regular health checkups. Waiting until you're sick to get treated is already too late. Many of us hold on to an old-fashioned belief. If you feel healthy, why go to the doctor? Only when you're in pain do you need to go to the hospital. This very mindset has caused countless older adults to miss the chance to detect silent, but extremely dangerous diseases early. In reality, many serious illnesses in old age, like high blood pressure, diabetes, kidney failure, liver cancer, and high cholesterol, have no clear symptoms in their early stages. They silently smolder, eroding each organ in the body without sending out a single signal. Some people only discover they have diabetes when a wound takes too long to heal. Some only go to the doctor when their limbs feel numb and they are constantly tired, only to be told they have stage 3 kidney failure with irreversible damage. Think about it. If a car runs for decades without its oil, tires, or brakes being checked, an accident is inevitable one day. Our bodies are the same. A regular checkup isn't just for detecting disease early. It's also to check your vital signs: blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, and the function of your liver, kidneys, and joints. These are factors that, if monitored regularly, can help you proactively prevent disease instead of passively treating it in a panic. Health doesn't wait for anyone, and illness never knocks before entering. If today you realize you've been putting off a checkup, please make a commitment. I will get regular health checkups because nothing is more valuable than my own peace of mind. One early checkup could buy you many years of healthy living, free from dependence on medication or a hospital bed. Mistake number 4, self-medicating. The pills you think are saving you might be harming you. In our later years, everyone has had to take medicine at least once. But what's alarming is that many of us are still self-medicating. We take whatever a friend recommends, or if we see someone get better from something, we ask for a few pills to try. We don't realize that this casual attitude is silently destroying our liver, kidneys, and even our nervous system. Medicine, whether it's Western or traditional, is a double-edged sword. If used correctly, with the right prescription for the right illness and the right dose, it is a lifesaver. But if used incorrectly, if you mix different types or take them long-term without supervision, medicine becomes poison. This is especially true for older adults whose livers are weak, kidneys are declining, liver enzymes are high, and blood vessels have hardened. Their ability to process drugs is much lower than when they were young. There are many cases of people being hospitalized for acute liver failure from taking supplements from unknown sources, or severe kidney failure from overusing painkillers, sleeping pills, or unregulated herbal remedies. Some people take a whole bag of pills every day, but there's no doctor's prescription behind it. That's not healthcare. That's gambling with your health. My friends, every pill you swallow is another time your liver has to filter and your kidneys have to work harder. If it's not absolutely necessary, don't force your body to endure an extra burden. Only use medicine when there is a clear prescription, with regular follow-up appointments, and absolutely do not self-prescribe or buy medicine on your own. If today you are startled to realize you've made this mistake, please leave a message. From now on, I will only use medicine with clear guidance from a doctor. Because sometimes, not taking medicine is better than taking the wrong medicine. And the best peace of mind comes from living in a way that you don't need medicine at all. Mistake number 5, chronic stress, the silent trigger for high blood pressure, strokes, and heart failure in the elderly. In our 60s, many of us feel we have weathered all the storms of life and should be able to rest in peace. But the reality is often different. Some worry about their children's unsettled lives, others feel lonely, and some hold onto old grudges. All of these simmering thoughts, when they accumulate for long enough, can become a bomb that explodes inside the body at any moment. Did you know that when you are stressed, worried, or angry, your body immediately releases a series of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline? These substances make your heart beat faster, your blood vessels constrict, and your blood pressure soar. And if this happens suddenly, it can easily lead to a stroke or a heart attack. Many people think, I just overthink things, it's not a big deal. But it is those overthinking moments, when repeated every day, that are the culprit for a weakening heart, poor sleep, loss of appetite, memory decline, and a mind that always feels like it's under a dark cloud. Stress is a disease you can't see with your eyes or catch with your hands. But it destroys you from the inside out, from your emotions to your physical body. That's why many older adults get sick quickly, not because of what they eat, but because they think too much. If today you feel you've been carrying too many worries, please leave a note for yourself. I will learn to let go to live a more peaceful and healthy life. Because old age is for smiling and living joyfully, not for frowning and living tiredly. And your heart deserves to be at peace after a lifetime of carrying burdens. Mistake number 6, drinking too little water and holding your urine. A small habit with surprisingly big consequences. Many of us are often reluctant to drink water. Some are afraid of having to go to the bathroom at night. Others say, "I'm not thirsty, so I don't drink." Some even hold their urine to avoid having to get up so many times. These seemingly small actions are actually one of the most serious mistakes older adults make, contributing to kidney failure, urinary tract infections, and blood pressure problems. Did you know that our bodies need at least 1.5 to 2 liters of water every day to ensure the process of blood filtration, toxin removal, and the normal functioning of our liver, kidneys, and brain? When you don't drink enough water, your blood becomes thicker, circulation worsens, and waste products are not flushed out but accumulate over time, causing kidney stones and systemic toxicity. Even more dangerous is the habit of holding your urine, especially at night or when you're out. This causes the bladder to be overstretched. It allows bacteria to multiply, causing urinary tract infections, painful urination, frequent nighttime urination, or even blood in the urine. If this happens repeatedly, it can lead to kidney infections and chronic kidney failure, a disease that forces many people to undergo dialysis for the rest of their lives. In addition, a lack of water directly affects your memory, sleep, and ability to concentrate, making seniors feel tired, dizzy, lightheaded, and more likely to fall when moving. Remember, water is not just for quenching thirst. It's a silent supplement that helps your body run smoothly every day. Drink regularly, in small amounts, and don't wait until you're thirsty to drink. And absolutely never hold your urine. If today you're startled because you've overlooked this small thing, please make a promise. I will drink enough water and never hold my urine again. Because to save water is to save your kidneys, and to save your kidneys is to save half of your life. Mistake number 7. Ignoring your vital signs. The trio of blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol silently kills seniors every day. One of the most dangerous mistakes older adults make is not closely monitoring 3 of the most important numbers: blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol. Many of us think, "I don't feel tired, I'm not dizzy, so I must be fine." But we don't realize that some enemies make no sound until we collapse. High blood pressure doesn't hurt, but it can rupture a blood vessel in the brain in seconds. High blood sugar doesn't cause a fever, but it can lead to retinal damage, nerve paralysis, and kidney failure. High cholesterol doesn't give you chills, but it can make your heart stop beating suddenly in the middle of a peaceful night. This trio of numbers is like 3 smoldering embers at the bottom of a pot. They are not loud, but they are powerful enough to burn down the entire cardiovascular system, brain, and kidneys of an older person if not monitored regularly. Many people only discover they have diabetes when they have a foot ulcer. Some only find out they have high cholesterol after their first heart attack. Some have had several strokes before their blood pressure is even measured. By then, all prevention has become a frantic, late-night firefighting effort. My friends, checking these 3 numbers regularly doesn't take much time, nor is it too complicated. A blood pressure monitor at home, a blood test every 6 months. That is the key to extending your life and pushing back complications. If today you realize you've been indifferent to your own life, please make a commitment. I will monitor my blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol to live healthily every day. Because those 3 small numbers are sometimes the very ticket to continue walking steadily through the remaining years. My friends, we have walked together through some very real and sobering warnings. From familiar foods that seem harmless to the 7 lifestyle mistakes that, if not recognized in time, can rob you of your health, your memory, and even your life at any moment. If you found what I shared to be useful, please click the like button and share it immediately with your family and friends. Because sometimes, a small action of yours can save someone else from an unannounced medical crisis. And now, after knowing what to avoid and what to stop, perhaps the biggest question in your mind is, so what should I do to live a healthy, happy, and long life? That answer has been distilled from the life of a doctor who lived to be 102 years old. A man who didn't need supplements, didn't have long hospital stays, and remained sharp, resilient, and optimistic until the very end. Right now, I will share the 5 simple but incredibly effective things he did consistently every day. And these 5 things, if you apply them seriously, could become the golden key to helping you live to be 100 without depending on medicine. Action number 1. Eat enough fresh fruits and vegetables every day. This is the key to cleansing your body, fighting aging, and preventing disease. My friends, in our 60s and 70s, our bodies are no longer as flexible as they used to be. The digestive system is weaker and metabolism slows down. At this stage, if you don't get enough fresh fruits and vegetables every day, toxins will build up, cholesterol will rise, blood sugar will be hard to control, constipation will become chronic, and your skin will look dull and tired. The 102-year-old doctor I mentioned once said something very memorable. Meat and fish help you survive, but vegetables and fruits help you live well. Green vegetables, especially things like spinach, kale, squash, carrots, and broccoli, contain many antioxidants, soluble fiber, vitamin C, beta-carotene, and folate. These are nutrients that help prevent cancer, clean your arteries, boost your immune system, and prevent strokes. Eating more vegetables also helps with bowel movements, reducing the burden on the liver and kidneys, the body's detoxifying duo. In fact, many seniors who start increasing their vegetable intake and reducing red meat find that their blood pressure automatically stabilizes, they sleep better, their skin brightens, and they feel much lighter mentally. You don't need to eat anything complicated. Just make sure you have at least 2 or 3 types of vegetables with your 2 main meals each day. Prepare them simply by boiling, steaming, or light stir-frying, and that's enough for your body to thank you. And if today you realize that vegetables aren't just a side dish, but a precious medicine, please leave a small promise. I will eat vegetables regularly to preserve my longevity and mental health. Because when the body is clean, the mind is clear, and when the mind is clear, old age is beautiful and joyful. Action number 2. Drink warm water in the morning and after meals. A small habit that brings great health benefits to seniors. Every morning when you wake up, on an empty stomach, a glass of warm water is the first gift you can give to your liver, kidneys, and your entire body. You may not know this, but after a long night, the blood in your body becomes thicker, your metabolism slows down, and your organs are in great need of a gentle awakening. A glass of warm water at this time not only thins the blood, making circulation easier, but it also kickstarts the entire digestive system, cleanses the liver and kidneys, and reduces the risk of a morning stroke. The 102-year-old doctor maintained the habit of drinking warm water 2 or 3 times a day, especially right after waking up and 20 to 30 minutes after each meal. He never drank ice water, never drank soda, but only used clean, warm water. Sometimes he would add a few slices of ginger or a few drops of lemon juice to enhance its anti-inflammatory effects, reduce bloating, and aid digestion. Warm water after a meal also helps to soften food and supports digestive enzymes, making them work more effectively. This reduces the feeling of bloating and acid reflux, which are common symptoms in older adults. Just by consistently drinking 2 or 3 glasses of warm water at the right times each day, you will notice your stomach feels lighter, you sleep more deeply, your mind is sharper, and your complexion is much healthier. If today you realize you've been overlooking this small but highly beneficial habit, please leave a simple promise. I will drink warm water every day to take care of myself from the inside out. Because health doesn't require anything complicated, just consistency, persistence, and enough love for yourself. Action number 3, light exercise every day. Keep your legs steady, your heart beating regularly, and your mind sharp in old age. An older person's body is like a machine that has been used for many years. To keep it running well, it must be started up regularly. That 102-year-old doctor didn't go to the gym or do intense workouts. But every day, he walked for 30 minutes in the early morning, stretched for 10 minutes before bed, and practiced deep breathing while waiting for water to boil. These seemingly ordinary actions were the secret to his long, healthy life without needing medicine. Regular exercise helps blood circulate better, especially to the brain and heart, thereby reducing the risk of stroke, heart failure, and muscle atrophy. Do you find yourself getting tired easily after just a few steps, or dizzy every time you stand up? That's not because you are weak from old age, but because your body has not been awakened for too long. You don't need to run or do heavy workouts. You just need to walk around the yard, go up and down the stairs slowly, massage your hands and feet, or do a few gentle restorative exercises each morning. Your body will thank you with steady steps, deep sleep, and a clear mind. The most important thing is to maintain it every day, as regularly as brushing your teeth or eating a meal. Because if you don't exercise, your muscles will shrink, your bones will become brittle, your heart will weaken, and disease will creep in when you least expect it. If you realize you've been lazy with exercise, that you've forgotten your body needs to be awakened each day, please leave a commitment. I will do light exercise every day to maintain my strength and health. Because to be able to walk is to be alive and in control. To be able to take a step is to be the master of your own life. Action number 4, eat dinner early and go to sleep on time. The secret to regulating your biological clock for a long life without medicine. There is one thing that the 102-year-old doctor always maintained for decades. He never ate dinner after 7 p.m. and was in bed before 10 p.m. every night. He used to say, sleeping early is how humans heal without any prescription. Eating dinner late forces the stomach to work while the body needs to rest. This not only causes indigestion, bloating, and acid reflux, but it also directly affects the quality of your sleep, preventing the liver and kidneys from regenerating properly. And sleeping late is a silent knife that gradually cuts away at your memory and your immune system. From 10 p.m. onwards, if the body is not yet asleep, the brain's sleep cycle becomes disordered, hormones get out of balance, and you become easily irritable and forgetful. It especially increases the risk of premature brain atrophy in older adults. Many of us have the habit of watching TV late into the night, going to sleep after 11 p.m., and then waking up the next morning with a tired, foggy mind. Over time, this leads to chronic insomnia, a racing heart, and high blood pressure without knowing the cause is the remote control or the phone right before bed. Try to eat dinner before 7 p.m. Eat a light meal of soup, vegetables, and a little rice, and avoid oily foods. After that, take a short walk to relax, and then get into bed before 10 p.m. Getting a full 7 to 8 hours of sleep will help your brain regenerate, your organs recover, and your spirit feel as light as if it's been recharged. If you have been pushing back your dinner time and delaying your bedtime, please make a small commitment. I will eat dinner early and go to sleep on time to live healthily every day. Because regulating your biological clock is the way to keep your body running smoothly, in sync with nature. And when you live in harmony with nature, it's difficult for illness to take hold. Action number 5, maintain a positive attitude. The medicine that needs no prescription but is more powerful than any supplement. My friends, in our 70s and 80s, our bodies may weaken and our joints may ache, but our spirits can remain strong if we know how. And according to the 102-year-old doctor I mentioned, The most important thing for living a long, healthy, and happy life is not in medicine or food, but in the mind itself. Every morning, he started his day with 3 things he was grateful for. Grateful that he was still breathing, that he could still see the sun, and that he could still hear the birds sing. Throughout the day, he didn't watch bad news, didn't engage in gossip, and didn't hold on to anger. In the evening, he read a book, listened to soft music, and then went to sleep with a light heart. Did you know that when you maintain a positive attitude, your brain releases endorphins? These are natural neurotransmitters that help reduce pain, boost immunity, prevent aging, and maintain a feeling of happiness. Optimistic people not only live longer, but they also get sick less often. They have less diabetes, less heart disease, and less dementia. Conversely, the more you feel sad, angry, or worried, the more stress hormones your body releases. These are the things that make your heart race, your blood pressure rise, your liver and kidneys weaken, and your sleep become disordered. Many seniors end up in the hospital not because they ate wrong, but because they held onto too much sorrow. From today, choose to live with a lighter heart. Smile more, forgive more easily, and look for the good things more often. And if you believe that a peaceful mind is the root of a peaceful body, please leave a commitment. I will maintain a positive attitude every day to live happily and healthily. Because sometimes, a gentle smile can heal more things than medicine ever could. My dear friends, we have completed a journey together. From identifying the foods to avoid and the lifestyle mistakes to correct, to the 5 simple habits that a 102-year-old doctor distilled from a lifetime of experience. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated methods. Just by eating right, sleeping early, moving gently, drinking warm water, and maintaining a positive attitude every day, you are giving yourself a priceless gift. Health and peace of mind. Old age is not the end point. It is a journey of living fully, in a slow, wise, and experienced way. If this video has touched your heart and helped you reflect on your own life, please don't hesitate to click the like button and share it with your family and friends. Who knows, a timely reminder could save a loved one from an unannounced complication. And if you want to continue receiving truly useful advice, don't forget to subscribe to the Living Well channel. We are always here to accompany you, listen to you, and share with you every day with every breath. Goodbye and see you in the next video.